Hi, everyone, and happy Monday. This is Kimberly Knox, KK, your complete lifestyle, health, and astrological success coach with the weekly KK report. So, what is this all about? This is about helping us stay in the flow with these brilliant astrological energies, how you can best utilize the energy for your success. I have been using these for years, especially in sales, especially in business, when you want to start something, when you want to have a big meeting, when you need to just take care of what's on your desk. It's about being in flow with nature. It's about being in flow with the natural energy that's going on around us at all time. And it's also about being aware of who you might be meeting and how the day might be unfolding so that you can utilize the energy to the best because it's not what happens, it's how you react to what happens. So if you're all crazy and out of control, then you're not reacting in the best way possible. So you can utilize the energies to your highest success and your highest good first by understanding and being aware of them. And most people that are practicing meditation, practicing peaceful type of practices that allow them to connect and calm down their environment. They're peaceful. They're not reacting to what's going on around them. And it comes down to health as well. Whatever you put in your body is creating chemical reactions as well. And so we can utilize this energy to our best advantage. And I love this part. That's why I love doing the weekly reports. So if you are mathematically minded, you will understand quantum physics. You know the body is energetic. You know the heart runs based on the energy in the body, what minerals need. So it's all connected. It's all connected. This is quantum physics. It's one of the most ancient, most mysterious, most incredible sciences out there. Somehow I have the fortitude to be able to understand and to communicate the brilliant language of astrology. So if you are looking to improve yourself, even a tiny bit, just a little bit of self-knowledge is incredible. And self-acceptance and acceptance of others, compassion for yourself and others. And that is my passion, to inspire, motivate, and encourage you to be better, to have higher self-esteem through self-awareness. So let's get on with this with effective tool. It is an exciting week. We're in this full moon, and full moon in Virgo is all about the maintenance room in our chart. It's the maintenance in life. It's what we need to do to be healthier, to have a better routine, to take care of our business that we need to get done, our to-do list. It's about being of service. So it's bringing up the whole savior-victim thing with the new moon that we had in Pisces. What I said is that you want to get rid of the areas of your life where you are losing your control. You've given your power away. You're putting your head in the sand. You're being the victim. Take your control back. Also, get back into the vision that you have for your future. Work on that. We've got all the support right now to bring it forward. Mercury is going to be helping us this week, and the Sun's moving into Aries next week, moving us forward. And Venus is doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work down deep about what brings you pleasure. What do you want for your life? Nobody else is involved in this Venus stuff that's going on. This is solely about you. So we're refining how we want to bring that forward. So this is all about the individual. This is our authenticity. This is about being bold. This is about being you. Okay, so really excellent, excellent times. So all the details in life we're taking care of, but the moon's in Libra today. Libra is one of the cardinal signs, so things are moving. Today is a day to take action. Diplomatic action. It's a little different than the moon in Aries, which just goes forward and doesn't care about anyone behind them. So in Libra, it's about getting along with others, gaining the cooperation from people that are going to assist you, playing nice. It's pretty superficial at times, and that's one thing about Libra. Sometimes, just flattery goes a long way, or they try to get along with others just to keep nice so everyone likes them. But that is about learning assertiveness. So that is that balance, Libra, Aries. It'll shift as the moon goes into Scorpio this week and then on to Sagittarius this weekend. So that's kind of the flow. We are in daylight savings time, so we're already getting prepared for the spring. I'm going to be doing a spring health video coming up, because in the spring we're ready to go forward. If we haven't taken care of our body, building our jing, which comes from the kidney in the body, then we may suffer a little bit of change during this time with some spring type of flu symptoms and things like that. But the spring is a time to cleanse as well. So I'll be talking about cleansing tips, how to prepare your body, and how to go forward. I coach many people all over the world on all of these techniques. And thank you for all of my clients. I love all of you. So, so again, this full moon, it still unfolds. It happened yesterday morning, but it unfolds. It's giving us information of where we need to do some work, how our health needs to be tweaked, what routines need to be tweaked, how our work and rest balance needs to come into balance more. Saturn is holding the tie on all this. It says, listen, if you want what you want, you're going to need to go to work. So it's about results from hard work and effort. And of course, later in the week, I'll be telling you about Sun Saturn coming together by first quarter square. So that is going to resonate throughout this week as well. So we've got this full moon unfolding. Who's hot this week? We like to talk about who's hot coming up. Definitely Virgo rising, Gemini rising. You're hot this week because your ruler is leaving and moving into the sign of Aries. So that is happening. Sorry, I was thinking it was happening to tonight. This is really going to put us in the mood to move forward with our agendas. Bold, crisp, bright. So, sorry, I can't see. So, yes, and yes. We've got Mercury. Hold on. This is 2016. This is really funny. I was doing some research last year. Yeah, so tonight, that's what I was thinking. I researched so much, my brain's all over the place. But tonight we've got Mercury moving into Aries. So today we basically got Mercury at 29 degrees of Pisces. Last just moments of our mind being able to stick with this vision that we have. Because without a vision, without a clear path, you can't get what you want, you can't manifest what you want, and you can't create. The best entrepreneurs have the ability to vision something, but then they include it with action. So this is very important. So sit with this energy today, but it's going to shift by this afternoon. So now we've got Mercury, the messenger who rules thoughts, communication, everything else, and the weather too, by the way. So we may be having some furious weather coming in. It's a hot-headed type of an aspect. It's quick, bold, it's showy, it's sharp, it's fast, it's enthusiasm. So honestly, talking with enthusiasm about what you want will be part of this week. So it's a great week to present yourself. It is going to be moving fast through the sign of Aries before it goes into Taurus. By March 30th, it's already out of Aries. What is Mercury going to be doing during this time? Well, it's going to be making some big shifts. But first of all, it meets with Venus Saturday morning. So we get clued into what's important for us. Because Venus in Aries is delving down. And also this weekend, Venus goes below the horizon. So it's in its deepest part of this introspective time. This is big, the messages we get Friday and Saturday. Mercury going to be squaring Pluto. Okay, this is big too, because now we're taking a step out with bold communication toward what we're transforming in our life. Pluto, Capricorn, saying we're transforming all the traditions, the family foundations in our life, what we're building for the future. This has been going on since 2012. It's a process. Change is not super easy. Mercury is going to be opposing Jupiter on the 24th. This is expansive, lively, enthusiastic. This is about meeting new people, your brain is just stuffed full of, exciting new ideas, because then it's also going to be conjoining Uranus on the 26th. So there's a lot of spark of life going on about what you are excited about in the direction that you're going to be your authentic self. Be you, be bold, be real, be proud, all these things. I just love that my honey came up with all of these things because it is so relevant right now. It's about being you. It's about being real to who you are. And it is about being authentic. So this is the I am me in all of us. And at least 8-9 years ago, I wrote up a whole thing about the whole I am me principle. And it's huge. And, you know, ever since the sign of the planet Uranus, which creates sudden change and breaks things up, sweeps things out from underneath you, so you have to move on, closing doors behind you so you can move forward freely. If you're keeping doors open from the past and letting stuff in constantly, you're not able to go forward in the way that you're meant to. Uranus closes doors behind you, so you have to go forward. It messes up the table, so you have to rebuild. You have to reorganize everything. It's a storm that comes in and flattens stuff, so you have to start over. These are some of the examples. Now, Mercury is going to finish with a trine to Saturn, and that's going to be on the 29th. So things smooth out, and this is about stabilizing, structure, responsible efforts, and it's building for the future. So I really love the energy that's brewing for this week. Mercury is leading the way because Mercury is the messenger, don't forget. It also rules quite a bit because it's communication, commerce, thinking, thoughts, weather, local transportation, everything. So it's going to be very exciting during these next, in the messages that you're going to be getting. Who else is hot? Aries. You're hot. You're always hot, Aries. But you're coming out. You're coming out of the closet, kind of. You're coming out of the Piscean time. You're coming into your birthday time. This is spring. This is the first sign of the astrological time of the year. Spring is when we move forward with things. And Mercury is in your sign now. You have plenty of clarity of thought. Sun goes into Aries on next Monday in the morning. So you are starting new things for your life as well. What I also said is watch your health, because this is a time where if you haven't been taking care of yourself, there will be some transition. And you can, it's a sensitive time for some people coming down with flu or some type of illnesses that just say, listen, you need to kind of work into this, and you may have some removal of toxins that you need to take care of this spring. The moon, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, moving through this week. So when the moon's going through your sign, there's a tiny bit of sensitivity that goes on during this time, but this is where the moon represents the public. So when I do this weekly note, get out your journals. These are little notes that you can have. It's the people that you're meeting during this time and the flavor that's going on, because the moon rules the public. So that's why, you know, a lot of strongly placed moons, Cancerians with strong energy, they have a real great connection to what the public want. Look at Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, incredible. Look at the owner of Starbucks. His chart is incredible. I'm sure there's many other, but those two just came to my mind. Sun, so Leos and Leo risings are also pretty hot this week. Why? Because your ruler is going to be first quarter square to Saturn. All right, we all had this coming up. It was back in December the 10th, when Sun and Saturn came together. We were planting a seed of a plan for the year. It comes together once a year. That's just the way it transits. It's about taking a step out. Work. We could come up with fear issues, any complications with authorities, stress, discipline required, but you're structuring something. First quarter square is always action. It's the action of being secure enough to take a step out. So it has the flavor of Cancer. We're making any adjustments we need. This whole full moon is unfolding this week, so we know what work has to be done. We've been giving clues on what in our health, the way that our routine, anything that needs to be tweaked, and we're going to be making adaptations to that. Before we get going, I've always collected quotes in this cute little book that my daughter gave me way, way, way back with the I Love Mommy on it. But I've been collecting quotes for so long. My work on myself started very strongly with Brian Tracy back in my early 30s. And so I was just flipping through here, and I came to one that I really like. And this is really great for right now, the ending of Pisces and moving into Aries. And it's going to be unfolding through this week because the sun is going to be reaching 29 degrees. So this is really excellent. It says, the true joy of life is not in the grand gesture but in the consecration of the moment. Small Graces by Kent Nierbom. So this is about staying in the moment. Dan Millman's book, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, is a book that everybody should read, especially if you're having a lot of reactions. Somebody very important to me shared that with me. When I read it, it made a lot of sense. I've also put it in, this is a journal and a painting that I created, and it's one of the messages that I have on here, a journal that I share with clients for them. So staying in the moment and being aware of what's going on around you is very valuable right now. Monday, so let's go through here. Monday is a moon day. You guys are getting to know these days pretty well. So the moon's in Libra today. This is all about, like I said, cooperation, doing things with other people. It's a social moon. Big news today is Mercury is moving into Aries right around drive time, 5 o'clock. So, you know, watch out for a little angriness in weather, angriness in driving, angriness in communication, flipping the bird way too many times. So it's 29 degrees though all day. Something's being revealed by this time. We're getting what we need to know, and this is just coming in because Pisces is very empathic in a way. The mind's very sharp in Aries. It's impatient, so our visions and our ideas that we've been percolating can now go forward with enthusiasm and fire because we're sharp and we're enthusiastic. We're excited. This is a fire sign, Aries. It's the first fire sign, and it gets people going. Aries is the motivator to get people moving in a certain direction. Leo is sustained fire. They keep things going. They can keep a romance going. They can keep a passion going. They can keep a business going. It's fixed fire. That's the difference. So tonight, the moon is going to be opposite Venus. It's going to be perfecting throughout the night. This is about oppositions, are always about relationships. So things can come up during this time where diplomacy and balance are required. We may be getting some information regarding what our desires are because it's Venus in Aries and how they conflict with others and what we need to do to work on this. But Sun Chiron are kind of sitting together right now this whole week. So we're going to have the tools that are necessary if we are aware and pay attention to smooth over anything. So old issues could be coming up tonight, how you have to deal with them. Tuesday, tomorrow is a Mars day. I've always told you Mars is a spicy planet. So the planets are the energy, the signs are not. The signs just describe the energy. Mars is how you take action on your own behalf. Mars in your chart shows how you take action. It flavors all of that. It's a Mars day. Mars is in Taurus. What does Taurus do? Taurus calms things down. It makes things stable. It sustains. It grows. It wants things to stay the same. It stabilizes. It says take care of what is important to you. So now we're building. Mars is helping us build while the other planets are kind of delving into the details of what we want. So that can be brought out as well. It's going to be there through April 21st. And it's very important. Mars is actually trining the North Node right now. The North Node has to do with the ecliptic. This is all astronomy, by the way. Everything is just, astrology is just the energy of astronomy described. And it's ancient, and it hasn't changed, and it's incredible. Taking action to grow. So the action that we're taking now, we're building, is helping us move in the direction that we need to. The North Node is in Leo. It's moving into Leo. It's still in Virgo right now, but it's moving into Leo. So Virgo says your health, your routine. Listen, without your health, you are nothing. You could have $1 billion getting out of a nice car, overweight, with diabetes, pre-diabetes, sugar problems, on a lot of medications. Doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound vibrant. That doesn't sound sexy. That doesn't sound youthful. So no, it's not about that. It's about doing what's right. And when you know that too much junk food, sugar, and crap is not good for your body and you still do it, then you have to ask, okay, do I really care about myself? And it's a reflection of self-care. It's a reflection of self-love. And it's the ultimate form of self-love, taking care of your body. And we have to take responsibility for our health now and not be all scared and nervous about the healthcare system, which is not a healthcare system. It's broken. and we need to take control. So it's about choosing the right actions right now, though. It's always about choice. Where you are right now is accumulation of the choices you've made. Are you making the right choices for you? Are you stuck in the past? Are you stuck with fear? So all of these things accumulate. We've got a lot of T-square. What's a T-square? Well, T has an outlet, and T's are angles, hard angles, opposition to squares, and it creates a lot of energy. This energy needs an outlet. So it can be a challenging, pressurized tension time, or it can be a time of great potential. With the moon in action signs and it's squaring action planets, that's why we've been shaking up the foundation. Well, the outlet is in Cancer. So Cancer rising, the Cancer section of your chart is receiving the outlet for this tension or this action that you're taking. So it can either be beneficial or it can cause tension in this area. It's all up to you on how you react. So Moon Pluto is about power, control, focus. It could be manipulation, jealousy, negative, low-level type of energy. And with Uranus, it's about breaking free, sudden things happening. With Jupiter, it's about expanding. So this is all going on tomorrow from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if you use it well, you're using your connections, your diplomacy, your ability to get along with others to move you forward into the future. If you're not, you're going to get into issues in relationships, okay? And you don't need that, because we need to be able to take control of our relationships now, preserve what we've been building, and move forward in positive ways. Because we should have been learning about this from 2010 to 2012 when Saturn was going through Libra. So we're getting the notes on that now. Wednesday's a Mercury day. Mercury is in Aries. We already talked about this. The moon's still in Libra at this point. It goes void in the morning, and it doesn't move on until Scorpio until 11 a.m. So in the morning, drive time could be a little bit hairy, especially if you have bad weather in any area of the country. It goes void in a sextile to Saturn. It's a very great moon time, but it says take care of what's on your desk. So Wednesday morning, get organized, because when the moon goes into Scorpio, it's about focus, it's about loyalty, it's about taking care of things business-wise, your finances, it's about mergers, it's about where you've merged in your, Scorpio is where you come together with another person. So it can be business partnerships, mergers, where you've merged with a bank, you have loans, debt, financial stuff going on, where you've invested your money, where you've invested your time. It's everything that's beneath the surface. Scorpio is not surface level superficial like the kind of the energy that we have in Libra. It is, they can sniff out a fake in a second. So they kind of stub their nose to you till they get to know you, because they take people in on a deep level. It's a fixed water sign. These are deep and underground type of intense emotions. So intimacy is a big thing. Moon is very testy Wednesday night. So watch arguments in relationships, 7:38 p.m. It's building to that. Or it's just getting you off your tush and moving in the right direction. Two fixed signs though, Moon Scorpio and Mars Taurus. So it's there can be some stubbornness and willfulness involved there, but make it work on Wednesday. Thursday is a Jupiter day. Jupiter is in Libra. It will be there till October the 10th and is moving direct on June the 9th. So Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, your ruler will be moving forward then. So you're going to get a subtle shift of knowingness and moving forward, expansion, protection. The Jupiter, describes how we teach, how we learn. It's all about relationships. It's about maintaining balance in the relationships you've developed, because you need these moving forward. Aries can't go by itself. It wants to, but you realize you can go further with someone else than you can by yourself. So it's about preserving this while being yourself. So the best relationship to be in is a growth-oriented one, where the person that you're with is building you up, encouraging your growth, encouraging who you are. So get rid of the toxic people in your life. This is what it's saying to you. It's not helpful. You need to move with growth and prosperity and expansion and enthusiasm, not doubt. And that's what the toxicity brings into your life, is more doubt. And that doesn't create manifestation. It doesn't create your goals and success. Moon in Scorpio has lost the intensity, and it's going to be a beautiful trine to Neptune all through the morning. So this is really about forgiveness, compassion. It's an intensity to a vision. Develop it. And then it's going to go on to sextile Pluto early on Friday. So it's about focus. Use it today. Thursday is an excellent day to utilize your focus, your intensity, your determination to move forward, and any loyalties that you need to encase. Friday's a Venus day. We all love Fridays, and it's also St. Patty's Day. It starts out, it's my brother's birthday as well. I have so many Pisces in my family. So Sun squaring Saturn, this is what we're going to feel this day. We're feeling it all week. So it's about, this week it's developing that plan of the future. Because Saturn in Sagittarius says, look to the future. It wants you to be open. It wants you to grow. It wants open to new things, to open your mind to new things. A closed mind cannot grow. A closed mind cannot evolve. And a closed mind will die off. And we've got first quarter. So on Saturday, December 10th, I'll just remind you, that's when Sun and Saturn came together last year. It says, what do I want to build for the future? So now we're getting the note where we need to take a step out. First quarter is like a sprout coming through the ground. It's very forceful. It is action. So we're taking some sprouting action this week. Venus, ruler of Fridays, is retrograde in Aries. It's working on ourselves. It's about getting clued into what we really want, improving ourselves, improving our relationships. Wherever you need to improve is going to show up. And I'll just go through these. Venus retrograde started on March the 4th. Write that down. It's a 1.5 year time that we're going to be celebrating in August of 2018. It takes that long to develop this whole process. March the 18th, Venus goes into its darkness. It goes below the horizon. You cannot see it anymore. Astronomically, it's out of view of the Earth. It doesn't return until March 31st. So between March 18th and 31st, Venus, you are doing the deepest work. Taurus, Taurus rising, Libra, Libra rising. Your ruler is in its darkness during this time. It is not the time to buy anything new. No time to get new makeup, wardrobe, that's not going to help you. Whatever you got going on inside, that's your fault, your problem. Whatever you're attracting, it's all because of you. So it's time to work on you. Bring out the best you can be. Get connected to the I am me in you. March 24th, 25th, 26th, we've got Venus, Sun coming together around 5 degrees of Aries. It reveals something important. It can be very negative and very eye-opening if you need to see that. Otherwise, just plan to put yourself in a position where you are going to be getting revelations about your own personal passions, because you will meet people, you will have things revealed that are going to help you get there. It's excellent. So on March the 31st, we've got Venus coming above the horizon. Then we can start to make adjustments. Moving forward is where you are, where you want to be. Saturday is a Saturn day. I was born on a Saturday. Any of you born on Saturday? Saturn is typically strong in your chart. It is the sign of doing your work before you can go play. Saturn in Sagittarius, so much easier than the time when Saturn was going through Scorpio from October 2012 all the way through the summer of 2015, when it finally got back into the sign of Sagittarius, being open, truth-oriented, gaining new knowledge, wisdom of your experiences. Being open for the future, getting excited about the future, leaving your limiting past behind. In December, it's going to go into Capricorn. So all early Capricorns for the next, year and a half, 2 years approximately, Capricorns are going to get upgraded, whether you like it or not. It's time to get responsible. So you have amazing times coming up for you. And we'll talk about that going forward. It's also a time to watch your health, of course. So in the morning, we got Mercury conjoining Venus. Friday through Saturday morning, you're going to be getting some notations on what's important to you. Speaking from that place that's authentic in you. Moon is in Sagittarius at night. It went in last night, the Friday night of St. Patty's Day. So if you're partying St. Patty's Day late, just watch it overdoing it, because Moon in Sagittarius likes to have fun, unless it's controlled in some way. But it is expansive, it's optimistic, it's future oriented, it's a little bit impatient. It wants to get outside. It wants to play. And the moon is in very pleasant, harmonious aspects with Pluto, with Mercury, with Neptune. It's a great night to going out, watching a movie, go dancing, have fun, peaceful. I love it. Sunday is a fun day, and it is all the flavor of Pisces and Sagittarius. Get along. Their energy gets along famously. You will find many Pisces that are friends with Sag, Pisces. The energy goes great together. They're both mutable signs. 29 degrees of Pisces. We're ending. We're wrapping up a whole year during this time. So take time to sit in a hammock. Go have fun. This is not a working weekend like last weekend was. It's a beautiful day. It's Moon in Sag is restless. Get outside. Get outside in nature. It wants you to move. Go work out. And because Monday, Sun's going into Aries early in the morning. We've got the vernal equinox. It's a shift, a big shift of energy. The moon's going to be going into Capricorn later in the morning on Monday as well. And it's going to be last quarter square. So have fun this Sunday. Be brilliant. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, to my weekly report. Watch it a couple times if you need to. I know this kind of gets a little bit long at times, but there's a lot to cover, and I love keeping you informed. So thank you for sharing and subscribing to my channel so you get notifications. You can reach out to me on Instagram. I have more daily messages, storyboard messages. It's very fun, and on Facebook as well. kk@kkastrology.com if you would like a personal chart success coaching. Take care. Have a beautiful, successful week.